From downtown, this is Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam, and you're listening to NintenDomain Podcast. Boom shakalaka!
This week in NintenDomain, we've all played the Rhythm Heaven Groove demo. Plus, what are our game of the years so far for 2026?
Baby fell in the mud. Baby fell in the mud again. Baby fell in the mud again.
Poor baby. I just realized that Star Fox is an arcade game.
It is. Welcome to NintenDomain Podcast, episode 526. Your place to hear Nintendo fans talk all about the upcoming games and demos and what are our favorite games so far. We're halfway through the year, so we might as well talk about that. And we are your hosts. I'm Trey. I'll cry wherever I want to, damn it, Johnson.
I'm Jeremy, Final Face Tattoo, Mikowski.
I'm John. Dammit.
Ribbit.
It's got to be, there won't be a joke about it, but I think that there should be jokes about those voices in Star Fox.
I think one of them should start.
I do enjoy jokes.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to.
It should have been in the movie. Like I would have written that in the movie, like where
Star Fox
is on the radio or something, and you're like, da-da-da-da. It's like, what's that? And it's like, oh wait, hold on, let's tune it, and then it's like he's talking normal.
Or like Falco calls Fox and goes, do damn it, and Fox is like, God damn it, you're drunk.
Falco, you're drunk again. Go drink some coffee or something. Anyway, yeah, let's start off the show as we normally do and talk about games we got and games that we've been playing. How's everybody doing? You've been playing some fun stuff. We all played the Rhythm Heaven demo, so why don't we talk about that?
Sure.
Yeah, the Rhythm Heaven demo dropped like a couple days ago, and I got through it. I didn't get any medals for anything. I'm not that sadistic yet, but I'll wait till it comes out. But
I got a medal on the last one.
In the remix?
Yeah, on accident.
Oh, okay. There you go. Look at you.
I didn't get all the way through. I didn't do all of them. I think the last one that I did was the umbrellas, I want to say.
Oh, that's only the second one.
Maybe I did another one after that. I think I did like 3 or 4.
There's only like 4 of them.
Yeah.
There's the walking guys with the hula hoops that you jump over, and then there's the umbrellas, and then there's the one that I absolutely hate, the frisbee dog one.
I did the frisbee dog one. I think that's where I stopped.
I would have quit on that one also because I had a really hard time getting it.
You have to press the button on 7.
Yes, I know that. That's what they told me. But what part of 7? I've tried it at the beginning. I tried it in the middle. I tried it at the end. None of them work. You have to jump whenever the dog next to you jumps. Is more accurate, but it's hard to measure that. Yeah, that one was killing me. So you do those 3, and then you do the 4th one, which is all of them, and that's how all Rhythm Heaven games work. If you haven't played any other ones before, I actually thought about playing through the other ones because they're not that long, or at least playing because Jeremy got me the Japanese Game Boy Advance game, which they really should put that on Nintendo Switch Online. Like, I agree. It doesn't need to be translated at all. Nope. You could just put it on there. You know how to play it. Press A, when rhythm happens. It's a pretty easy game to put on there. But I know I was thinking about playing through that and the DS game and the Wii game again, just in anticipation.
You had one that had a bunch of games on it, right? That was for a console. Is that the Wii one?
What do you mean? Well, there's like 4 of them, right? There's the Game Boy Advance one and there's the DS one. And the Game Boy Advance one only came out in Japan. It didn't come out here. And then the DS one is technically the first one here. And then there's the Wii one. And then there's the 3DS one, Mega Mix, which has everything in it.
That's what I was thinking of, the 3DS one.
Yeah, Mega Mix was really cool. Like I never beat that one all the way through because it's got a shit ton of games in it. Well, because it has all of the games from the DS and the Game Boy Advance and the Wii one and more than that. So that one I felt it just kept going and going and going. But I played the crap out of these games. I think I like the DS one the best because you can actually tap with you use the stylus to tap on the touchscreen, so it feels more accurate to the rhythm and all that. Like I always felt like that was the one
it's more percussive.
I played the best on of all of them. And the great thing about, and you'll find out if you end up buying Rhythm Heaven Groove, the great thing is that, like, if you suck at something, eventually it'll just let you go on to the next game. Like, it won't, like, punish you for it. So if you fail, like, 2 or 3 times, it'll just be like, you can skip this one, go to the next one. Like, it does that. So, especially when it gets, like, really hard or later, and then you can come back and try to get the medals and stuff, where there's, like, if I remember correctly, there's, like, well, on the older ones, there's, like, a silver medal and a gold medal and, like, a rainbow medal where you get, like, where you don't miss anything. And I did actually, this one has, like, this one basically has, like, a TV mode or whatever, where you can try to make it, to make sure there's no lag, like, in your controller and all that.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And I went back, and because I started playing it handheld, the demo. So it skipped that lag part, and then I went back and did the lag part, and I did better at the frisbee dog thing after that. And I almost got perfect, but I fucked up the last 2 ones in the end. I missed the last 2, but I got all the ones before that, and I was like, damn it. But still, yeah, the count on that one is, I don't know, it's hard.
That one gets tough because there's a part later on where it zooms in, so you can't see the dog.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's where it gets super tough.
Welcome to Rhythm Heaven. Yeah. That's how these games work. There was another game on the Wii one, I think, where they throw a baseball at you and you hit it, and it'll do the same thing where it won't show it to you. It'll, like, pan into the background, and you just have to listen to the music and do it. That's the idea, is that if you're good enough at Rhythm Heaven, you won't have to. You can do the whole thing with your eyes closed because you just know the rhythm.
Which I did do at some times when I was having trouble. I just closed my eyes and listened and made it easier.
Yeah, if you know how to play it, you can play it without even looking at the TV. It's the idea. So it's supposed to be.
One thing that I wish that they would put in here, you said there was a TV mode which accounts for the lag and all that.
Yeah,
I wish they would put in some kind of correction for headphones, because I prefer to play my games with the headphones on.
That's going to be a whole other thing. Especially if you're using the Bluetooth. Yeah.
Yeah, I was using the Bluetooth headphones, which I always do when I'm playing games.
I would think you would definitely notice the problem with that then on that one.
Yes.
In the delay especially with the controller.
Yes. So it's been improved in my opinion since Switch 1. And I've never had a problem with it until this game, when it was like, okay, this is definitely the issue.
You have to be on point.
I took the headphones off, and it was problem solved. I was back on rhythm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess when you do the TV mode, if you're using your headphones with it, that would affect, like, the timing. So I think it would still be different, because you're just pressing the button whenever you hear it. Right. So I think that would still kind of fix that if you happen to be using the Bluetooth for it, because it's going to be off, but it's still the time that you press it is going to try to fix that. That's the idea. It's like even though there's a lag, it's like this is when you hear it and when you press it. So it should still fix that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I did the adjustment, and it's still I couldn't do it with the headphones.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't use. Yeah. I said it, we've said it a bunch of times on here. I tried it one time on Switch 2, and I was like, nope. I just tried playing Mortal Kombat with it, and I could just tell it was really off. So still, so I just didn't do it. But no, I mean it's cool. I'm glad they put a demo out. It's cool to play it. I played the 2-player mode by myself. I popped off the 2 Joy-Cons, and I just held them both in my hand because you only press one button to play, so it's pretty easy. So I played that game, and that game is basically one of the very, 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 very first Rhythm Heaven games, the one with the onion with the hair that you pluck out.
Oh, right.
Which is from, like, the Game Boy Advance game. So I know that game, and that's the one that
looks so much like a WarioWare game.
Yeah, that's the one that I played the best because I know that game. I know how to play it. So I played and you can put your own name in there, and it'll kind of, like, sound it out, and it'll say it. So, like, I put, like, my name in there. It's like Trey NDP, and the voice kind of sounds like the Tomodachi Life voices.
Yeah, totally.
And all that, where it'll, like, where it'll speak it out. And then you can pick a different, you can pick different profiles that are on your Switch, or you can do other names. So I did, like, Trey and Homie or whatever, and that's what it was called, was Homie. And so it'll say your name before you have to go, and you just go one after another, and, whoever gets the most, does it the most times without messing up wins or whatever. Even though I could I fucked up one time because I forgot which controller it was. I was like, it was like, oh wait, is it the left or the right one? So I messed up one of them. But no, it's pretty easy to do. But there's only one 2-player game on there, and it's just that one. So, but I just wanted to try out everything that was available on the game for the demo, and I did that. But no, I'm still excited about it. It's like we got back-to-back releases. Star Fox is coming out in like 30 minutes, 28 minutes from now. I have it preloaded.
John, are you
ready
playing
to
it?
go?
Yeah, I bought it today, so I can talk about that a little bit if you want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't want to say anything more about the Rhythm Heaven demo,
I was going to say
move
something
on.
just kind of funny. I downloaded it and it said it's called Rhythm Paradise, and I couldn't figure out why. I was like, what? And then I was like, well, the whole time I've had my Switch, the time has been in military format.
Yeah.
And so, or the 24-hour format, whatever you want to call it.
Sure, yeah.
So I've been like, something's going on here. And I realized in my settings when I originally set it up, I chose British English, even though it's still set as the region as the Americas. So I'm wondering if that would be like British Virgin Islands or something like that. But yeah, it was like, I guess that's what they call it in the UK. They call it Rhythm Paradise instead of Rhythm Heaven.
Well, I thought you were making a joke that you got it off the Japanese eShop because the Japanese name is Rhythm Paradise and it's Rhythm Heaven here. So I thought you were making a joke that you downloaded the Japanese demo. It's the first thing I thought when you said that. So
no,
yeah,
it's actually that's what I have, the Rhythm Paradise demo. But I think it's probably the same game.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is the same thing. And yeah, speaking of like it reading off the names and all that, I do like that it lets you choose whether the character like says what it's saying to you or not. Like audibly, you can make it to where it doesn't talk to you. I like that. That's an option.
So because you had your language set to British English, it changed the name of the game. Is that?
It's probably whatever the UK. Probably in the UK, it's also called Rhythm Paradise.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking. So. Yeah,
probably when you buy
a place in the Americas where their national language is still British English.
It's weird that it would change the name of the game though, even though you downloaded it from the American eShop.
The American eShop.
Yeah, that's really weird.
They gotta make sure the taxes go to the right place.
I guess, yeah. I thought as I said, I just thought you were getting the Japanese version, and that's why you said that. But yeah, no, I'm excited about it. It's it's $40. It's gonna be fun. It'll be out next week. We'll talk about it.
It makes me think, I wonder if that's the way that it's programmed. Like if I change it to British English right now and I go to play Tomodachi Life, will they all have British accents? Because in that version of the game, they all have British accents. Like, I don't know.
You should try it out.
Try that out.
Yeah,
give it a try. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe so. But if we're done with Rhythm Heaven, we could talk about Star Fox, just Star Fox, no extra part. And I do have a funny comment to read about that too. But so yeah, Star Fox. We got it preloaded. John and I have it preloaded. I bought it last night. I was planning on getting it anyway. It's a Star Fox game. Whatever. I get all these dumb games. But I'm planning on streaming it after we're done recording this here podcast. I'm going to see if I can just blow through it in 40 minutes as I used to back in the day because. This game is not long, but the idea is to play it through it over and over again and unlock all the stuff and all that. But yeah, I got it downloaded. $50. We were talking about it before the show. I'm really interested as to how these avatar heads work or whatever, the Star Fox heads, because in the direct, in the original Star Fox direct, it showed them using it outside of the Star Fox game. Like using it, turning your face into Star Fox while playing like Mario 64 or something like that. So are the heads going to be a different app, or I'm curious as to how that works, or is it just going to automatically download to your game chat? Like I haven't seen anybody say anything about this, and I haven't looked at any reviews. I'm sure there's some out there right now. I really don't care, but yeah,
maybe there'll be some kind of system update where they add avatars to your game chat, because I don't think there's avatars right now, are there?
Yeah, no, I mean no, but yeah, I was like, how does that work? And it seemed, I don't know. From what I've seen, nobody's answered that. But we will find out when it comes out in 23 from now.
Are we sure that it's coming out in 23 minutes, or is it 6 a.m.? Do we know? Do we know that it's coming out at midnight for sure? Has anybody said anything? Okay.
Well, we know that because it's a Nintendo game. All Nintendo games come out at midnight.
Published.
Oh, okay.
It's not the only ones that are a mystery are the ones that aren't from Nintendo. Nintendo always releases it at 11 p.m.
So this is
Central Time.
Me, the one who usually gets first party games physical. So I'm not really used to getting a Nintendo game digital. I didn't know that.
Yeah, welcome to the good life here. This is the way to do it. Is to get it early so you don't got to leave. You can just play it from home.
Well, ultimately, I decided to do it digital today because I was going back and forth. I was kind of hinging on the impressions of the multiplayer mode. Like, how much am I really going to play this game over and over again? Thinking about the multiplayer mode. But then I realized that, of course, Star Fox is, not just your traditional, like, play it, A to Z for 70 hours game, but it is like, it's an arcade game. And that kind of thing, I want to be able to just like fire it up whenever and kind of dip in for a few minutes and dip out if I want to.
Did you realize that Star Fox is actually a shoot 'em up game? Have you figured that out yet? Because I know you've talked before about how you don't like shoot 'em ups, but you do because you just bought one. Now Star Fox is basically a shoot 'em up game with a different camera angle. It's 100% all those other shoot 'em up games, except now it's behind you.
So there's a difference though between like a shoot 'em up like this, like an arcade shoot 'em up like this, and a bullet hell. What I'm not really into is bullet hell. Trying to like move through certain patterns.
I mean, well, in this one you can do a barrel roll and you can deflect those bullets. But no, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing except it's a different camera angle.
I'd say it's a little different. If you look at like Ikaruga or whatever, and you're overwhelmed because there's 1,000 bullets flying around and you're trying to find the path through them, that's just a little bit different.
Yeah,
this is a little bit more relaxed than that, I would say.
Yeah, Star Fox is a shoot 'em up. It's just maybe not as difficult as Ikaruga, but it is coming out to Switch too, so it might be because we got higher horsepower now, so you could actually do more bullets than you could originally. But no, it's I always wonder about that because I'm always out there looking for like other Star Fox games because Nintendo up till now really didn't want to put out any more Star Fox games, and I'm like looking at all these different games and I'm like, this it really is just a shoot 'em up, just from a different camera angle. It's like how Resident Evil 4 is the same as Resident Evil 1. It just has a camera behind you instead of at a fixed angle or whatever. But yeah, no. I'm excited to play it. I watched a little bit of IGN's multiplayer video that they put up, just enough to see how the avatars work. And from what I could tell, none of their mouths were moving when they were talking. And they were all super staticky. It didn't look great. So hopefully it works better when maybe they were having connection issues or something like that. But they were all just kind of sitting there, just not moving. Like none of the characters' mouths were moving. So I don't know.
Well, I gotta say, is the only one who's played the developer's previous Nintendo effort, the Mario Kart Live home circuit, that their AR tech, I think, was pretty sharp on the Mario Kart game. Like it worked, I'd say, flawlessly, pretty flawlessly. So essentially, they're doing a similar thing here, with the AR camera and all that. Like in Mario Kart game, like all the interactive elements were pretty seamlessly integrated with the real world, and not a whole lot of glitching and whatever going on. So it surprises me to hear that it might be kind of glitchy from the IGN video. I guess we'll find out for ourselves in a few hours, but
I mean, I don't think we'll be using the game chat aspect of it.
Oh, not tonight. In a few hours, yes. Tomorrow.
I mean, I won't be testing out the game chat stuff anytime soon.
Yeah.
But actually the people who are working on it, from what I heard, they also were parts. They were developers. They worked at Vicarious Visions, so they worked on a bunch of Tony Hawk games before the Mario Kart VR thing or AR or whatever. So it's pretty cool. They've worked on a lot of other stuff other than just that.
Well, I said that since they were developing the Tony Hawk games, that maybe that's why Peppy says. Anyway, never mind. It's the moment has passed. Let's move on.
But no, it's pretty cool that they, because the Tony Hawk,
Do a kick, flip, McTwist.
because all the Tony Hawk guys got like shut down, and these guys are still around doing a Star Fox game. So that's cool. That there's something, going from them still. But I'm excited to play it when it comes out. Jeremy, you decided not to get it. You're not
Not immediately.
You're not going on. You're not going on a space voyage tonight with Fox and family.
Money.
Yeah. At least it's not $70. It's like the $50 price tag on it.
Yeah.
But then how will we do our podcast with all of us being different characters? You'll just have to you'll have to get a fox mask and wear it, and we'll just be.
Maybe I will get it. That part.
Well, you don't have to, but it'd be funny if you just put like fox ears on or something, and it's just your face in the camera, and we're just doing the other ones. That was
talked me into it.
That was the plan. We did. We did say we'd do it next week. Obviously not tonight.
Don't feel pressured to do it. Sorry,
but don't feel pressured to get it. You
save money and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, don't. I mean, it's the same game as it was before. Supposedly, it's a remake of a '96 game, so you've already played it. But no, I'm excited to try it out tonight. We'll see how it goes. But I did get a pretty hilarious comment that I thought was funny on the Facebooks. Those reels that I got, they're still killing it. That Final Fantasy one did actually break 100,000 right after we stopped recording. I think it's like at 105 now, 105,000. But and that the video I put up of John talking about to a T that went over 2,000. So that's good.
Whoa!
But
dang.
Let's see, it's at 2.1K right now. But no, just for the fun of it. I mean, all these are for the fun of it. But I posted. So I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Obviously, I've been talking about this game for like weeks, but I'm still playing this game. And there's a part in Final Fantasy, the original one, where you go to a place called Golden Saucer. I always want to call it Silver Cloud, which was a restaurant from Chicago that I used to go to. But it's called Golden Saucer, and that's where all the mini games and stuff were in the original game. There was like Chocobo races and whatnot there, and this game is full of mini games, and there's a shit ton of mini games in Golden Saucer, and one of the games is a Star Fox type game, is a shoot 'em up where you go around and shoot things, it's basically Star Fox, but it's just like one level. There's a boss, and that's it. As far as I can tell, there's probably going to be more stuff later. But as a joke, it was a joke that I was making. I posted the video and I said, "Who needs Star Fox when you have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?" And this guy, Steven Freakface, came on and he said, "Nah, keep Final Fantasy away from any comparison to Star Fox. Unlike Final Fantasy, at least Star Fox isn't boring. Just my opinion. Go cry offline about it if it hurts."
Cry offline.
That's where my middle name comes there about I will cry wherever I want to, sir. I will cry offline or online. I'm changing my name back to I Cry Never Smile, like my old AIM name.
It should be AFKC, away from keyboard crying.
Yeah. Well, you remember that was one of my old instant message names, was I Cry Never Smile.
I do remember that.
So I'm changing it back to that one. No, it's just funny that it's like, dude, I didn't respond to him, but I want to put that GIF where it shows like Superman and the joke is like going above your head and you don't know where it is. Like, that's basically, you obviously missed the joke there. I don't think that this 1 2-minute mini game in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is better than Star Fox. That was the joke. But whatever. I don't know.
Wow, you really like that game.
These I don't know. These comments, they're something. It's pretty fun that you can just post a video and get like 2,000 views out of it in a minute. But yeah, but that was that. But yeah, no, I've been playing Golden Saucer stuff. I got to the Chocobo racing, which is actually really fun. I like Chocobo racing a lot. There's a part where like your party gets kidnapped and. The guy's like, "You're going to win me a bunch of money, and you're going to race for me in Chocobo Racing, and I'm going to bet on you, and you're going to win, and then you'll get all your party back." And I'm like, "Okay." So, so you get to play as Cloud by himself, and then you go and you have to, you have to go and get all these, like, the fucking Chocobo greens for your so you can
Oh,
feed,
that's right,
so you can
yeah.
feed your chocobo who's about to die, and then you,
Giashi greens or something like that.
yeah, something like that, and you get him back to life, and then once you get him back to life, and if you get there's like 6 different greens you can get, and if you get all of them, you can get a special racing outfit that gives you higher acceleration and all that stuff. But once you beat that and you get all your party back, you can go back to the Golden Saucer, and that unlocks like extra races. There's like 9 different races right now, but I think there's more. But I went through and I got first in all of them, and it's really fun. Like, I actually like it a lot. Like, you can do like power slides and stuff with your chocobos, and there's different fruits that you eat that'll give you different abilities. And there's like a super there's like a super mode that you can do or whatever where you go faster and you can knock other people out and like that sort of thing. And it's cool. And I ended up getting first in all of them. And obviously there's more because it says like get 3 firsts in silver, and there's only like 2 silver races, so I can't get 3s. So there must be more later in the game. But I was having fun with that. And you can tell, like, that was the one time I can kind of tell, like, when you're taking a really big like power slide, you can see that the frame rate kind of slows down a little bit when you're going around like big curves. You can feel it, like, but it didn't really, it didn't bother me that much. But I could tell that it was going less than what the normal frame rate is. For that.
Do you have it set up? Can you set it on like performance or graphics, or is there that option?
No, I mean, not that I found. I didn't find anything like that, but it only happened on some of the big turns. But it wasn't really. It wasn't that jarring. I just could tell that it slowed down there a little bit. It was maybe struggling to make the big turn. But no, the game keeps impressing me. I think it looks incredible, and it's it's still going. I'm like almost 50 hours into it, and there's no end in sight anywhere in this game. But I don't know. It's like a filler episode in a 100-hour game. That's what this game is. No, it's great. I've been enjoying it. I just got Cat Sith, or Kate Sith, however you pronounce it. He's Scottish now. He's from Scotland now, because he talks, and it's weird.
Oh, okay.
He's like a little cat character that looks like a cartoon character, but he speaks with a Scottish accent.
So is his name supposed to be like Welsh or?
I don't know. I never really understood him because he's like a cat that's on top of an inflatable Moogle. That looks like Big Hero 6, but way before Big Hero 6, that movie, like years before that came out, but it kind of looks like that same thing. But I don't know. I got him in my party now, so I've been fucking around with him, and I'm back on a big map again where I'm going and doing all the different stuff.
That's basically Donkey Kong and Pauline.
Sure, sort of, yeah. But that's been like my favorite part, is going around the map and finding all the shit. So I'm back to doing that again.
Exploration.
The exploration parts I like, yeah. I like that of the game. So I'll be playing that for a long time. Let's see. I guess I don't have a whole lot else to do to finish. I don't have a whole lot else to say. Jess and we got the second credits on Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, so we've pretty much beat it. And it's a fun game. It was a lot of fun to play like multiplayer. And multiplayer, I mean handing the controller in between. Like, we would just hand off the controller every other mission, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, that's as I said last week, it's really all about play control, and every level plays completely different from the other one. So it's basically like its own version of Mario Wonder with the Wonder Seeds, which is what Jess said, and I said last week. But yeah, there's all these different weird characters that you find, and they all control completely different, and it's a fun game. It's really cool. I enjoyed it a lot, and we beat it again, or we beat the second half of it. And then there were some extra like challenge missions and stuff that we kind of fucked around with a little bit today. And there's all these like variations where it'll be like, we'll try this mission with these characters in it, like where there weren't ones before, but they'll bring other guys into it to be like, well, what would happen if this one would come here? And you get more stuff like that. So there's more stuff to do. We just got to like the official ending on it. So, and I think we've played like over like 20 hours or so, something like that on it. So. Good stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've been doing for this week.
Well, this week I mostly played PlayStation because I kind of burned myself out on
Mean of the Hollower.
Playing too much Mean of the Hollower. So
Yeah,
I just kind of wanted.
You had like 50
else.
hours of that game. I mean, you played the crap out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I played a little bit more of the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection this week. But
Did you get to the boss yet, or did you beat the arcade?
I haven't played that far into it.
No, it's not. I would say you can do it. It's not too far.
But they just added some new stuff to PS Plus this weekend, and one of those things was Gitaroo Man, which they announced in the State of Play.
That's out. That's out now officially.
Yep.
Okay.
So I had to play this weird ass rhythm game that it was like almost like a fever dream because I played it. Like I remember playing it once before on one day. I played all the way through it at Gabe's house once, and that had to have been when the game first came out 25 years ago or whatever. So
That's
kind of crazy to play it again.
It's a PlayStation 2 game, right?
It is,
Yeah.
and it's like it's a music game where you hit the button, with the notes, but you also have to move your stick around to stay on like this track. So you're kind of winding around on this track, and then there's these defensive portions where the 4 PlayStation face buttons are like moving towards the center of the screen, and you have to hit them in the rhythm for your defensive portion of the battle. So it's all battling.
Oh.
It makes absolutely no sense, which is fine. It's just completely nonsensical. But for some reason, you're just a guy who your dog turns into a robot and then throws a guitar at you, and then you turn into Gitaroo Man, and you play guitar to defeat all the different enemies, and it's all music based. It's really cool. It's like it definitely reminds me a bit of Parappa the Rappa, like in the sort of like presentation of it, and there's like a big cinematic thing happening the entire time you're playing. So it might actually be more fun to watch someone play it in that regard.
I was going to ask, is it related to that? Because I know there's Parappa, there's Jam or Lammy, which are.
I don't think it's related, but I could be wrong.
I don't think. Yeah, no, because those were.
I think it's different publishers.
Yeah, I mean those were like. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same company.
Okay.
But no, this game's really cool. It's very silly, and I kind of stopped playing it because it got really hard. But I'm hoping to go back to it. But in this version, you can do, because it's on the classics collection, you can do like save states and rewind and all that. So that kind of helps for the harder portions of the songs.
It's a Koei game.
Yeah,
that
sounds right.
It's like Koei Tecmo, so
Muso people.
So yeah,
it's definitely flashy and grandiose like that. I guess like there's just always something happening on screen, and there's lots of like really bizarre cutscenes between the levels.
Yeah, I had only heard. I never really knew exactly what it was. I just remember I had a friend that mentioned it around the time of like Guitar Hero, but it's not anything like that. I just
no. I would say it's definitely more in the line of like a Parappa the Rappa.
They have Vib Ribbon on the PS Plus.
That I don't know. I've not. I
always wanted to try that game. Another rhythm game.
I mean, maybe you can probably. I mean, you could probably buy it.
I know Parappa the Rappa 2 is on there, but that one wasn't that fun.
I never played that one, but yeah, I didn't. I heard it wasn't great. I never.
But yeah, I've been playing that, and then the big one that came to, well, in my opinion, the big one that came to PlayStation Plus this week was Final Fantasy 16. I think you might have mentioned that on the show, Trey.
Yeah, I think I sent it. I think I did say it. I said you should try it out because it's for free on PlayStation Plus, and also if you like that one, Final Fantasy VII Remake is also free on there right now. So I recommend that you try that out after you get through 16. But yeah, no,
I have that on the PS5 already, but. If it's free, it's free.
Yeah, but now that I've been interested in 16. I was there was actually like a bit of news about, because I figured that since Square has been like so like pro Switch 2, I was hoping that they would do, that was on my bingo card. I wanted them to bring other Final Fantasies to Switch, like Final Fantasy 16 and 15 and 13, like those, because we have almost all of them. We're getting 14. We have 1 through 10 and 12, on there right now. We should.
What is the most current one? Is it 16?
16 is the newest one, but actually technically the newest Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, right.
That's the one
numerically, yeah.
Yeah, numerically, yeah. But so because it was Final Fantasy Remake and then 16 and then Rebirth, so they came out. 16 came out in between the two Final Fantasy remakes. But no, it's just I don't know. I was interested in it, but it's made by the people. Some of the people who did Devil May Cry, right? Is the idea? So it's more action based, is what I heard.
Yeah. So I had played through the demo of this like when it first came out, a couple of years ago, And so it'd been a long time since I played it, but the opening portion of the game that stuck with me because it's very impactful. It's really cinematic and all that crap. Um, but yeah, I think I saw somewhere at some point someone comparing it to Game of Thrones. That's kind of what this feels like. It's like a Game of Thrones kind of thing where there's all these kingdoms battling, and then there's like one main kingdom that's trying to take over everybody else, and there's like murder within families and stuff like that. You know, uh, but it's a cool game. I really like the battle. I think the battle's definitely really fun. Like I don't find myself avoiding battle. Like I actually enjoy the battles. So
I mean, since it's like so much more action based, like is it like you don't like go into a battle thing, right? Like you just if there's a guy,
correct.
you automatically
It's
battle
just like
them?
it's like Xeno where they aggro on you or you aggro on them, and then that's when the fight starts. But there are like neutral creatures and stuff that aren't gonna start a fight with you. You can just run past them, or you can kind of like sneak around if you don't want to fight certain enemies. But what's kind of cool is you have a dog, and your dog like you can tell your dog to do things. Like if you have an airborne enemy, you can have the dog like jump up and grab it and pull it down for you, so you can hit it. And I don't know, there's just a lot of fun stuff. Like you have party members, but unless they introduce it much later in the game, you don't have any like control over them. You don't even put
Yeah,
equipment on them.
I don't think you ever do. That was like the one thing I heard. Was it Bob Mackey talk about it on Retronauts that he said he didn't he got bored of it because he got tired of being the sword guy through the whole thing, and that you couldn't play as anybody else.
Yeah, you can. I think you can change who's like in front of you, like who's running on the overworld. But yeah, when it's battle time, you're just controlling that main character, Clive.
Yeah,
His name's Clive.
yeah. No, I only know his name because he was they added him as he was like in Tekken 8 or like he brought him in as a fighting game character. I think it was Tekken that he showed up, and it was a really weird announcement. I think it was during like a Game Awards or something like that, where it's like, oh yeah, and our new guy is Clive, and everybody's like, what? Who? Oh yeah, no, Clive.
Yeah.
Remember Clive? Yeah, he's in a fighting game now.
Gunblade Clive.
Because I think a lot of people were hoping for Tifa or somebody else in there.
I like the game. One thing about it is that it's extremely linear as well. I've gotten to a few points where there's side quests and stuff, and you can kind of go around, but it's very hand-holdy, telling you where to go. I think maybe you could turn that feature off, but I haven't. But you basically just like you do quests with NPCs. They send you off to do something. You come back and report with them. There's even a feature with some NPCs where you can just warp right back to them. So everything's just extremely streamlined. You barely have to pick anything up. Like when you run by something, you just automatically collect it.
Oh,
Like
that's nice.
items in the world and stuff, except for treasure boxes. You have to walk up and open them because
Sure.
they sort of quote unquote hide them. But I haven't felt any real desire to explore, even though the environments are really pretty. Like everything just feels like you're on a path. You're like kind of getting forced down a hallway, so to speak. But the battles are really fun, and it's like boss after boss after boss. Like it throws bosses at you early on, and then you're probably fighting a new boss every like area you go to. I don't even know how many I've fought at this point. And you have to like you like have to stagger them, and then you go up and do more damage. And there's you avoid if you like dodge at the right moment. It kind of goes like into witch time, slow motion, and you can hit a bunch more. And
yeah. That's the one thing I miss about.
There's limit breaks.
Yeah, there's one thing I miss about in Final Fantasy VII. They don't really have like witch break stuff. There's some bad guys that you can pressure them, as they call it, like if you dodge at the right time. And when you pressure somebody, you get to when you can stagger them, and that's like toppling them in Xenoblade Chronicles, which I've mentioned before on here. But
the main character, even though he is sword guy, he's also like magic guy because he absorbs essentially like the essence of certain people he defeats, and then like gets their powers, which they're all based on. They're called icons in this, but they're summons. So it's like Ifrit and Shiva and all that.
Oh yeah, the same. Yeah, the same people that you see in all these games.
Yeah. So my guy's Bahamut, or the main character's Bahamut. His brother was Phoenix, and there's just all this stuff. Like it's all like I said, it's like Game of Thrones. It's like they're the ones that have like these crazy magic summons, and it's decided through genetics. So only some people can do it. And then there's this whole like magic thing in the world where most people have to use a special device in order to use magic, but some people are born with the ability to just use it without the device, the crystal, and those people are subjugated and they're given this really like obvious face tattoo that just goes over their whole face. And that's why I said face tattoo earlier, because at one point your character, very early on in the game gets
Gets
enslaved and
gets
gets the face tattoo, yeah.
a magic face tattoo.
And it's like, it's a brand that everywhere you go, people treat you different because you got it. And that's like a big part of the politics of the game and stuff. And your mother's like the villain. So that's kind of cool. She's like the big villain, at least at this moment in the game. And that's also established pretty early. But yeah, it's very much like what's her name, Cersei or whatever, and without the incest.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, her like the whole thing is just I just keep getting stronger and stronger. And also like a lot of time elapses. Like I think I've been playing for like 20 years right now.
20 years?
Over a span of 20
it
years.
jumps forward in time or whatever.
Yeah. And you get to see like the historical events. And a really cool thing about this game is that you at any point, like if you're like in a cinematic and you're like, I don't remember who this motherfucker is that's talking to me, you just hold down the PlayStation, like the middle pad part, and it pulls up a contextual thing where it shows the different characters, and you can like go to them and read about them, and it'll even like update them as you go through the game and do other things. Or if they die, it'll say they're dead now. But that's really helpful because every once in a while I'll just be like, what? I've lost track of the lore of this. And then you can just get right back on the page that way. It's really cool. So I think it's the story. That's the story and the combat have kept me playing this. Exploration, not so much. It's really not an important thing in this game, I don't think.
Does it bother you at all that everyone's white in the game?
Honestly,
or have you even noticed? I remember that being a big thing that where the Square got some flack about not having other races in it, and they
I would say yeah. That is strange, and it's also like everybody's humanoid. Like I haven't seen many creatures that aren't humanoid that are not enemies in the game. Like there is Moogles. You don't see much Moogle. I've only seen like 2 Moogles. And then, yeah, otherwise, everything else is an enemy if it's not a humanoid character. And then lots of the humanoid characters are enemies too, because they're the evil empire.
But there's no like aliens or whatever.
So far, no. It's just
cat people or what? I don't know.
Yeah, right. No. And it would be cool if there was eventually, but so far, no.
Yeah, I mean, all I really know is I remember you played the demo, and I thought you were pretty positive on it whenever, because this was like 2022, I think, was when Final Fantasy 16 came out, because Rebirth was 23, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Or 24. I don't know.
And
Maybe
I played the demo.
Maybe
I played the
23.
demo. It was because that's when I got my PS5, and then that's one of the first things I remember playing and feeling like on the cutting edge. So I got to play the new Final Fantasy demo, and it was fun. But yeah, it's very flashy, very cinematic, very political, and a lot of Final Fantasy games are like that. I know, so it fits in that regard. Magic use is all action based. You switch through like different profiles, and they represent the different essences you've absorbed, and there's kind of like an upgrade tree kind of thing you do to make yourself better, and that's where the RPG aspects come in. And also your armor and your weapons and stuff, but that's also seems kind of linear to me too, even with like the blacksmith and everything. Like I won't find better weapons in a new town, for instance. They'll just be the same weapons in all the stores.
Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty much how Final Fantasy the remakes work too. Like,
then maybe you'll find like a better sword out in the wild, and then that you'll take it and then you'll upgrade it, and it'll be stronger than anything you could have bought. But maybe you didn't have to work that hard to get that sword; you just found it.
Yeah, that's kind of how. Well, yeah, the way that one works, you'll find like weapons in dungeons and stuff. But if you don't find them, you can buy them from stores later, in like towns you go to later in case you miss the weapons. That's kind of how that one works. So I never find a new weapon in any store because I've already found it in a treasure chest in a dungeon. But I guess if you miss it, yeah, you could buy it later or whatever. And yeah,
It is a little sad. There's no open world like connecting locations. So what would they call it? Open zone
yeah.
gameplay. And then when you go from place to place, it's just a overhead world map, like where you just select an icon. That's kind of a bummer. Because I
Oh,
like the overworld, like exploring the overworld and everything in Final Fantasy games.
oh, you can't like walk from one place to another. You just have to like click on
Yeah,
it and then you're there.
yeah, it's a different location, and then there'll be multiple like places to go within that location, but it's still more like you're better off just fast traveling all the time.
Yeah.
It's just not a very hard game, to be honest. Like it's very forgiving.
Are you playing on an
That's
easy
probably
mode
part
or
of why
is
I
there
like.
a?
I'm playing whatever the standard difficulty is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's been fairly kind to me.
I mean, do you think you're
if
pretty?
you lose a battle, you have the option to either go back to your save point or you can start the battle over again, and it like gives you all your healing items back. And those kind of work like in there like a quick select thing, and you can only hold I think like 5 potions, 5 high potions, and then like 5 uh like status boost items. Like you can only hold like 5 of a thing at a time. So there's a limit to how many healing items you can have on hand during battle. You can't just keep healing yourself, like you're gonna run out of shit if you're not careful. So you gotta use your dog, and you gotta help the other characters are doing stuff, but it kind of seems like they don't do much to me.
Can they
during
can they
battle.
heal you even though they're not fighting? Like,
I think
can
they
they
do
do stuff?
They do occasionally, but mostly they just fight.
But you don't.
They don't
but you
even
don't
do
control
much
them at
fighting.
all.
I'm the one doing all the damage.
Yeah, but they don't.
And
But,
all the bosses are like crazy damage sponges. The way this game works, it takes like a good 10 or 15 minutes to beat some of the bosses because you got to wear them down, and they have different phases and everything.
yeah,
Cool game though.
sounds like a Final Fantasy game. I mean, do you think you're? I mean, do you think you're pretty? How far into it are you?
I think I must have gotten to somewhere near the halfway point because it was a point of no return, and then the world changed after that moment, and there's a time lapse.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, yeah, because you're saying there was.
So I think
it jumps around.
Yeah, and it even like warned me like once you complete this like section, you're not going to be able to go back and do any side quests, which was true. So I left a lot of side quests on the table. Oh well.
Yeah, Final Fantasy the remakes does that too. Like it'll be like if you go to this next part, you can't come back to where you are, so finish whatever you're doing. Like that sort of thing.
I've heard it's not a very long game, so I'll probably just play through it and finish it, and then if I want to experience it in a grander way, I'll play it again on a harder mode. But for now, I'm just enjoying it. It's like watching a movie or watching a TV series with some combat in there. The last game I played this week is I actually Watch Out for Fireballs did a podcast about it, and I started listening to it, and then I turned the podcast off. I was like, I just got to play this game, and it's something we've talked about on the show before, like back when it was first announced. And it's not on Switch, but it's on PlayStation 5, and it's called Baby Steps.
I think
That's
I've heard of
this
that
game.
one. Is it
That's
like
it's another Bennett Foddy game, yeah.
is it another one of those like Octodad type like where
Yes.
where it moves weirdly and you don't like when you try to
Yes.
control it or whatever?
So
So-
Bennett Foddy is the creator of QWOP, the awkward
QWOP,
running game.
Quap, yeah.
Yep, QWOP. Yeah, how do you say it? Yep.
And it was what was it?
Subsequently, yeah.
What was it? Getting over it with Bennett Foddy. That was the other one,
Yeah.
right? The one that
Yep.
like
Yeah.
has his name on it. I never played any of these games, but I just didn't. Wasn't he involved in the Ape Out game too on Switch?
Like
I'm
so.
not sure about that.
I think I remember.
I
hearing
thought he
that.
was. I thought I heard his name. I thought I heard his name on that because he does have. Yeah, I thought he had a credit on something that was on Switch.
Maybe he does. Well, he's like, yeah, he's got like a very unique philosophy of game design, and you can see it. But this game's fun because it's got a lot of like dialogue between characters and stuff, and it's all just really like, it was all improvised, I think.
Right, and it
Yeah.
shows. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of. It's sort of a fresh feeling to it. Very
Yeah.
unscripted feeling.
And also, once you figure out what you're doing with the walking, which is the most important part of the game, it's actually not that hard once you get the rhythm down. But it took me quite a while. Like I'm a slow learner, so it took me a while. But he maintains his balance pretty well as long as you always have one foot on the ground. So as you're moving your legs, you're pressing the R button and the L button to extend right or left leg out until it touches something where it can and you can kind of control it with the stick as well. it's like touches a rock or something, and then you use your other leg, and you have to be very aware of every step. You're like actually watching his feet as they like land on little rocks and stuff. And
And are you using your sticks to shift your weight back and
yes,
forward? Is that it? Yep.
yes, but he balances automatically really well. So at first I was trying to correct him too much with the balance, and then I realized it's easier just to let him balance himself. And that's kind of what you got to do. But eventually you're walking up like muddy slopes and stuff, and it's really slippery, and then you have to move his center of mass around or he falls. And it's very cartoonish, when he falls, he just like slips and slides backwards, like some gravity's pulling him backwards almost, and he'll just like slide and fall and eliminate like 10 minutes of work.
It's funny to hear all his little comments as he's like missing a step by a little bit.
Yeah.
Puzzle. What?
Yeah,
I mean, there must be like thousands of those that they had to record.
But he's just like a total like piece of shit. Like every character he runs into, he treats really badly, and it doesn't seem like he really has any redeemable qualities. And you sort of get the impression in the game that he's like in a kind of a purgatory, and everybody who he sees there is also in this purgatory. But when he first shows up, he's not wearing shoes, and someone offers him shoes, and he says, "I don't need shoes. I'm fine." Just being kind of like not accepting help. And then eventually, like, someone offers to give him a map so he knows where to go, and he refuses to take the map. And he says, "Oh, I'm not supposed to have a map because I'm an elite climber," which he obviously isn't. He's like wearing this muddy onesie. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so like baby falling in the mud, like you'll fall in the mud over and over again, and your clothes actively collect stains as you go. So very quickly, I look very nasty. But really, the only motivating force is that he's trying to find a toilet because he has to pee. And he can't do it in public. And early on in the game, you see like a porta john, and you walk towards it, and it's like on the edge of a cliff, and you go to open the door, and it falls off the cliff. Like, no, it's pretty funny.
Is it hard? Is it hard to pee because he's wearing that like onesie too? I'm sure it's hard to get it off,
right,
or whatever.
But it's a cool game. I played the demo of it. It gave me like an hour demo through PS Plus, and I played for the hour, and I didn't make much progress. And I'm like, I don't know about this. I ended up picking it up. It was $20, and I enjoy it. It's a good game. Yeah, actually,
it's fun to watch. I've watched a lot of it on streaming.
Yeah, it's a very silly game. I think it's something you can just come back to. And I will say it fucked me up. Like when I went back to another game, I was trying to walk. Like I had to reprogram my brain again that you can just hold a stick. You don't have to manually move your feet like that other game.
It sounds like just an extra annoying version of like a whatever Death Stranding, right? Like that sort of thing. That's what it sounds like to me.
In fact, yeah, I think
it's a Stranding game or a Strand game.
He cited it as an influence. Oh, and the last thing I did preload it, so I have Star Fox preloaded.
Oh, it said you didn't have to buy it, but you did, like just in 2 minutes there.
I did.
Oh well, it's out now. I just tried it. It's out right now. But cool. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it too.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I've been working on a project with my PlayStation, but I figure I'm not going to talk about it this week because I want more results before I say anything. But it's been a kind of frustrating project.
I'm intrigued.
I heard about it. Well, I heard about it on here. I don't know if it made
I talked about it.
I don't know if it made it to our Patreon recording or not, but I did hear you talk about it yesterday.
Well, should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break, and then we'll talk about John's stuff and our favorite games and whatever news there is.
Sounds good to me.
Be right back.
Hey, you.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you. Subscribe to our Patreon to hear our bonus shows, which happen every month.
I'm tired.
Tired of all the big corporate podcasts spoon-feeding you the same old video game news on every single show?
Spaghetti. Ravioli.
Then expand!
With NintenDomain Expansion Pack.
It's us talking about old games that were important to us. It's us interviewing people that we meet at conventions. And heck, it's live shows from those same conventions. It's basically everything you could want that NintenDomain ever made.
Here we go! And it's just $1 a month.
That's less than a bad indie on the eShop.
It's $12 a year, which is less than Nintendo Switch Online.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon and supporting NintenDomain.
Just go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and, hey, Mario, let go. Whoa! He's throwing us back to the show.
So long, Bowser.
Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Game over.
Back from the break. What have you been doing, John? Video game wise or whatever else?
Not too much game wise. Been playing to a T, and big breakthrough there was I learned how to fly. I think I even mentioned that last time.
I saw it in one of the videos that you posted on Slack that like spins like a helicopter.
Yeah, so that's sort of the main one of the main mechanics in the game. And you don't really get to it until a good ways in. I don't know how many hours I've played so far. I would guess maybe 3 or 4 hours. But the story kind of kicks off proper when there's an accident at the school, and in a moment of crisis, you sort of leap into action and save a kid by flying. And this is like surprise to you. You never knew that you could do this. You don't know how you did this. You are like, well, how did this happen? How do I recreate this? And you kind of you kind of muddle about a bit trying to figure out how to recreate this. But down the line, you have this gym teacher who's into ballet, and she says, "Oh, why don't you give ballet a try, you got good form or whatever." And that's kind of what actually makes you learn how to actually fly. And so I just got to that part, and it's fun. It's the weird, sort of Katamari mechanic of this game, right? That you can twist your sticks around to get going, and then you hit the Y button to leap, and you just do these like giant, graceful, like 50-foot leaps into the air, complete with the ballet form, which looks super silly. You're just doing this pirouette and flying up into the air and coming
like
gracefully back down. What's that?
Like a sky dancer.
Like a sky dance.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes. It's a good way to think about it. And I'm enjoying exploring the town with this newfound talent of mine, just bouncing all about and getting to all the coins and things that I've seen all along that now I can finally get to.
Do you like take off then? Like can you like fly around town like where the town like goes down, or do you just warp from like one area to another?
You can go around the whole town like that. I said when I first talked about this guy, I didn't know what type of game it was, but it slowly reveals itself to be just an open world game. But you got this silly mechanic, which kind of makes it feel like a Mario game too. You're just leaping all about, and you can't fly forever upward. It is like a giant. You're doing like a giant leap, and then you sort of glide gracefully back down with your T arms. Yeah, it's very funny. I'm gonna see this one through to the end. I'm enjoying it very much. The other thing that I did was play Resident Evil 5 some more. I got stuck for a moment, and I was like, because this is one of the sort of moments where I felt encumbered by the controls. Is just like isn't quite working. It was where I'm at like an oil refinery or something. There's like 3 different valves that I have to open up all around. And meanwhile, there's the chainsaw guys that are chasing after. You have to kind of slow them down. And also there's these zip lines that you can use to your advantage to go from one spot to the other. Because your partner, remember, there's the whole thing of having 2 partners, whatever. Your partner is opening the valve, and then you have to like try and lure the chainsaw guy away by going down the zip lines. I just felt like, man, the controls are not quite there. I felt really slowed down by it, but I ended up resolving that by just maxing myself out and upping the stats of the rifle as much as I possibly could, so I could just unload into the dude and have that be over with. But then there was a second dude, and I was like, all right, let me do it again. So I got through that part. But other than that little hiccup, I'm still finding it to be a fun game. I know it's got its criticisms and all that, and I don't disagree with them. It's just it's an action game from how long ago now? 17 years?
Long time.
17 years ago. So if you look at it through that lens, it's like, all right, we weren't quite there to the modern action standards. I can forgive it some stuff like that. It's still a fun game, I think. That's it for game-wise, but I did get something not related to games. I think it's worth mentioning. I'm enjoying it. I got a subscription to Ground News, which is advertised on a lot of podcasts and everything. I was just getting sick of using Google News. I've been off of Facebook for a long time, so I didn't get my news through there. I went to Google News.
But yeah, Google's got AI now, though. Does that get into the news? I know the Google search is real annoying now because it comes up with the wrong things like 80% of the time. We actually had it happen live on one of our podcasts when you looked up why Legend of Zelda was delayed. Told you the wrong thing on there. AI did.
True. Yeah.
It's not
AI that's the issue with the Google News. It's more just like, I'm sure that AI working in the background or whatever, but it's more like it kind of punishes curiosity in some way, because if you read an article about one thing, you're going to see that topic like forever.
Well, that's everything though. That's everything. That's YouTube. That's fucking everything that you do. Like, you talk about your YouTube feed. That's what your YouTube feed is. You watch one thing and it'll send you like 20 others of, like because we were just doing our Patreon episode, patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast. My YouTube feed is just E3 conferences now, because that's all I watched. So it's just like, because I don't really watch YouTube at all, and I just watched like 2 hours of it of conferences. So if I turn it on, it's just, here's all the conferences from E3 ever. That's like, I think that's all I ever want to watch.
Yeah, it's the same with my YouTube, but I guess I'm a little more forgiving with that, because YouTube for me is mostly like for entertainment and whatever. But I'm going to read news. I want to actually be informed about something. I just don't want to hear the same subject over and over again. Yeah. Like, most recently, I read an article about Danhausen, because my buddy Rich trained Danhausen, and he's having all kinds of success now. I was like, well, let me read about Danhausen, what he's up to.
He's probably getting not used in WWE like a lot of the other people there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they brought a Powerhouse Hobbs on there from AEW, and he just comes to work and eats and goes home. He doesn't do anything. They hired him for one event, and that was it. Apparently, they do that with a lot of wrestlers there. I mean, they didn't really use him in AEW either, so I don't expect him to be doing much.
Well, I mean, they sent me all these articles about Danhausen that I don't read, so I don't know what's going on with him. But it's like, no offense against the guy. It's just like I want my news feed to be more balanced and whatever. So anyway, and Father's Day rolled around. I needed to get a gift for my dad too, and my dad's a big news consumer, and I thought he might appreciate something like this. But I thought, well, I'm gonna get it for myself first, before I give it to him. And so I got it for myself, and I enjoyed it. Now, the big pitch on ground news is that it doesn't use an algorithm. You just select the things you want to read, and it'll send you that. But in addition to that, it sort of tells you news that you might be missing. Like I'll show you real quick on the app, right? So here's my feed. But every news article has an identifier, blue or red or white is kind of neutral. Blue being this is covered by Democratic leaning outlets, and red this is covered by Republican leaning outlets.
Yeah.
So
which one is true?
Yeah, well, it's sort of gives you big pitch is that it gives you sort of context about the news that you're reading. That's sort of the starting point, right?
Yeah, so you know whether it's from a hate group or not.
Yep, essentially. And you can also dig into all the news sources. It'll tell you about like who owns this news source and what their political leanings are, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm enjoying it so far because, it gives you context to like who's supplying you this news, and it invites you to be more critical, right?
Yeah.
So I liked it so far. It's like $50 a year for a subscription, and it's a better way to read the news, I think. Yeah, if you listen to a bunch of podcasts, you probably heard ads for it and all that stuff. I heard about it from
I haven't heard it.
Randy Rainbow, who's a YouTuber.
Oh yeah, I know Randy.
All I hear is those fucking stupid Acast commercials. So tired of those.
Is what?
All I hear is Acast commercials. That's a podcast
that
network that just tries to get you to listen to other podcasts. It's annoying.
Oh,
I skip through.
okay.
I skip through all of the ads.
Yeah, so it's got a recommendation from me if you're looking for a better outlet for reading your news, for getting your news delivered to you. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty worth it. And you can put in Nintendo stuff too. It'll, like I plugged in keywords, Nintendo, video games, etc. It'll show you about that too.
It's really terrifying how everything like reads you. It's not even so. We talked about like Masters of the Universe like last week, right?
Yeah.
And I mentioned those like Skeletor videos. He's like remember, and then he like runs away. Mm-hmm. I never looked at that on anything. I did not search that anywhere. I never typed it in anything. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden it's on everything. Like there's videos of that everywhere. And all I did was say it through this microphone. That's I never fucking looked it up ever. But now I see like reels of that Skeletor thing. And I never ever looked for it. I never researched He-Man. I never researched Skeletor. And it's there. So no matter what you do, it's listening to you. Your phone is constantly listening to you.
One thing I noticed is I bet there's AI processing every podcast episode too. I'm certain of it, right? Yeah. And so, like, I'm sure it's listening to this and hearing our words and all that. And it could just be that we posted this podcast on the subject. Now it's bringing you stuff about Skeletor running away. I
never like put it in the details or anything like that. Like I mentioned like I guess I put like Master of the Universe because you talked about the movie, but I never wrote Skeletor or like any of that stuff.
It is possible, the likelihood of it happening is increased because it's a movie that's out now and people are talking about it.
I guess, but I mean, there's no.
Like I had a video recommended to me that was like the person who made the What's Going On parody video.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
I mean,
like,
but I didn't. But I've seen no ads for the movie, just videos of Skeletor running away and saying things. So I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've seen nothing about the actual movie. Just that, and also all of my algorithms are fucked up is because I constantly post Final Fantasy VII Rebirth videos, so everything thinks that I want to see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth videos all the time, or just Final Fantasy stuff in general, which is funny to me as long as it's not spoilers for Final Fantasy Rebirth, which I'm playing right now. But whatever. Anyway, let's talk about it's June still, barely, but it's at the end of June. It's halfway through the year of 2026. What are you guys' favorite games? I could already say a couple that I know both of you like a lot.
Sure.
That you've been playing. It's been a pretty good year, I think, for Switch 2. I mean, like I have on my Switch, I'm sure you do, John. Also, I got a folder where I just put all the 2026 games on there, and I rotate them around. We're not going to count down our number ones or whatever. That's not decided until the end of the year. I just thought it'd be fun to say like what stuck out to you so far. Like I just thought about like, let's say like I was going to say like 5 that I like. Obviously, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's a pretty big one. It's an older game, but I think it's really impressive like how well it runs on Switch 2, considering that it was a PlayStation 5 exclusive when it launched originally. And it's cool that Squaresoft is really supporting the Switch 2. And there was just a news article that I saw where apparently somebody asked them if they were going to put Final Fantasy 15 on Switch 1, not 2, weirdly enough. And they were like, we're working on it. And I was like, just put it on 2. It would easily get put on 2, And like, Jeremy talking about 16, I was surprised that they didn't like, I figured that last Direct that they would just, apparently they're doing well with Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth. Why not just open the fire hose or whatever, put the other games out there? Like I figured they'd do Final Fantasy 15 and 16. Why not? Because I saw 16 just got released on Xbox last year, right before the Switch 2 came out. So I'm pretty sure that's going to come to Switch 2 eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, if they put it, because I actually heard they had lost money because of their PlayStation exclusivity and all that on Rebirth and 16. So it didn't perform as well as they did. So now everything's everywhere. But yeah, I like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I like Yoshi and the Mysterious Book a lot. Jess and I, we've been playing that whenever we have time to. That's definitely up there for me. Yakuza Kiwami 3, that was another one that I played a lot this year. That was a February release. Of course, Resident Evil Requiem is up there for me. You got all 3 of you guys have it, but I'm the only one that's beat it. But hopefully eventually you'll all make it through because it's a real good game. And Dead Zone Rogue, that was a great game that I played a lot of. That was the only roguelite that I really enjoyed. It's a first-person shooter that where you get reborn and you build up your guns and all that stuff. And it's a multiplayer game. And I did play it. I mean, I played it a little bit with Shake, but it was you could play multiplayer, and it's got its own voice chat thing also, which I found out by accident. It just turned on. When we were trying to play. But yeah, that's a cool one. So there's some other games that I'd like that I haven't spent as much time with, but I want to, like Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I really like that game, but I didn't play it that much. And I'd really like to finish Pragmata. I really like that game too, but when Final Fantasy Rebirth came out, it just kind of just took hold of me, and I stopped playing whatever else I was playing. So, I'd like to get back to those games. So those are other ones.
Did you get Pragmata? I don't remember.
Yeah, I did. I bought it when it came out.
I was asking Jeremy.
Oh
no, I didn't. I just played
I think I'm the only one that has it.
Pragmata doesn't really seem like my kind of game.
Yeah, Jeremy hates kids. Robot ones, especially. No, I'm kidding. No, I think it's a cool game. I'd like to finish it at some point whenever I get time. It's still in the back of my head. I was like, you should go back and finish Pragmata. You don't have that much left. Like you got halfway through it. But whatever. I'll get to it. I'll get to it before the end of the year for sure. But yeah. Oh, and I keep forgetting that Final Fantasy Remake also came out this year. That 7 Remake and Rebirth both came out in 2026, and they're both excellent games. So I mean, they're both in there for me. But what do you guys? What's been sticking out for you? I mean, I know, but you can say it anyway for the listeners.
I'll say you all know what I'm going to say. Like, obviously, most recently, Mina the Hollower was just rocked my world. It's such a good game. Pocopia, of course. I played so much Pocopia.
That was a really big.
But like Dragon Quest Builders 3 that we've been waiting for.
Really big system seller for a lot of people. Was that game?
The game's rad. Vampire Crawlers, of course. I love that game.
Oh yeah, there's an update for that came out recently.
I need to check
It's like
that out.
it's supposed to optimize it better for Switch 2, I guess. I posted it on the Slack, but yeah, check that out. There's a free update for it.
I think if you all ever get a chance, you got to try out Mini Shoot Adventures. It's a shooting game, but it plays so much like a Zelda game. Like,
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Was that this year?
Yeah,
It was.
Was it? Okay, I remember it was a part of an indie direct or something like that. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great game. And then one that came out right at the beginning of the year, I had to check to make sure. Right at the beginning of the year, Suika Game Planet, or what's it called? Yeah, Suika Game Planet.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot about that game. There's
That's
like
a great game.
there's like a Namco game that's coming out this week called like Namco whatever, but it looks exactly like Suika with Namco characters. It's so strange.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So they're jumping on
there's a lot of
the
those.
water billing game bandwagon.
What else was I? Oh, that Sectori game, that shooter. It's another shooter I really like. I still boot that up once in a while. It's just a challenge game. I haven't gotten that far in it, but it's very bombastic and fun to play. But yeah, I'm sure there's more. Obviously, I need to play through Requiem, but there's no denying that's a really great looking game, and just a boon to have it released the same day on Switch too as everything else.
Did you make it to the Leon stuff on there? Like how far did you get
I've
in
been
there?
through one Leon section.
Oh, because I know they give you a Leon thing like really quickly at the beginning, but you
That's
haven't
what
gotten...
I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, but so you haven't gotten to the Leon stuff.
No.
Because you play you'll play like Grace for a little bit, and then you play Leon for a little bit, and then you play Grace for a long time, and then you play Leon for a really long time, and then you switch, and then you'll switch back again. But I was like, because I know you said that it was kind of scary, but once you get to the Leon stuff is like in broad daylight. It's not scary. It's more like arcadey and shooty and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think at this point I've just been distracted because there's been so much other stuff I've been playing.
Well, sure.
But I would have to say, yeah, there's several things that I've listed so far that are definitely in contention for game of the year. But I probably couldn't right now say what my favorite game is, even out of all these, because I got to play a little bit more.
Sure.
There'll be some more DLC for Pokemon this fall, maybe, or for Pocopia, and then there'll also be. Wait, is it? Yeah, this fall we'll be able to go underwater, so that's fun. And then as far as Me Into the Hollower, as much as I love it, the game, I don't have a strong desire to play through it again or anything. So I don't know how much more I'm going to visit that one this year, but it's a great game.
Well, I only got 5. You all set, Jeremy?
Yeah.
I only got 5 new games this year. I got a bunch of games, but they're all from previous years. And the 5 that I got, no particular order. I just got Star Fox. We'll see about that one in a few minutes. Blueprints, I haven't played it really, but I know when I do get into it, I'm going to get into it.
Yeah, that was this year too. Yeah, Jeremy played a lot of that also. I knew there was another thing you played a lot, and it was that one, Blueprints.
I think Jeremy has previously sworn not to put it on his list.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't put it against you if you put it back on there again.
Me neither.
Maybe I want to put Xenoblade Chronicles Switch 2 edition on there just because it came out. No.
It would count.
You can have your own rules. That's my own rule for myself.
Yeah. I mean, Sonic Frontiers did come out again. I could put that on there. No, I won't.
I just talked about To a T, which I'm really loving. It's so charming, no way that's not going to be on there somewhere. Tomodachi Life, another real charming game that starts with T.
That's a really big one that you put a good 70 hours into. So I figured that'd be in there somewhere.
I'll get back to that at some point. I put it on pause for the moment. But yeah, it's just anytime I'm feeling creative, I'm going to dive back in and bring my town up to stuff. My town's a little barren at the moment. A little I have just how houses and stuff laid out in a grid, and I think it's a little boring looking. Whatever. I've seen so many different creations that I'm honestly a little intimidated by, because people just make their towns look like whatever. I saw one that looks like Minecraft, and I can say, yeah, it looks like Minecraft. You can adjust all the surfaces and all the patterns, whatever to your liking. I saw somebody made a McDonald's that just looks like a McDonald's.
Wow.
That's an endless creativity sink, and I'll reiterate, it has the best creative tools I've ever seen in any video game. As far as it's like a mini Photoshop. It's like a streamlined Photoshop.
Oh yeah, for like drawing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, for drawing, like because you like drew on like the high C. You made like a
I made an Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler, yeah.
And I did all that with the controller. I think it turned out pretty good. There's not a mouse mode in here yet because there's not a Switch 2 edition yet.
Yeah.
I think before the end of the year they should make a Switch 2 edition of this game. Yeah, I would look forward to that.
Surprised they didn't.
The other ones, I guess there's only one more left that I've mentioned. The Disney Afternoon Collection. I played through DuckTales on that, and I got pretty far into DuckTales too, and I stopped after that. But I love the Digital Eclipse stuff, and this is the first run at that type of game. It's not up to snuff to the current documentary standards that they've set, but you can see sort of the starting of it. It's got enough of background extras and all that kind of stuff, and, sketches from all those years ago, and you can see where they were going with their like Gold Master and all that stuff that they would get to Atari 50, etc. Yeah, I'm liking this collection a lot. Yeah, I'll dive back in, and I'll probably finish up DuckTales 2 at the least. And woohoo! And yeah, Chip and Dale 2. I've never played Chip and Dale 2 before, so I want to try that too.
Yeah, it was on sale. It was on sale for a bit there, but I thought about getting it, but I just figured I wouldn't play it if I did. So I'll wait till I have time to play it.
It's worth it. Yeah, for the right price. Yeah, get it.
It was on sale for like 15, but whatever. But yeah, so that's a little preview of our Game of the Year stuff for the end of the year, whenever we get to that. But let's talk about the releases.
Hopefully in about 6 months. News. Don't snooze or you miss the news.
Yeah. Let's talk about the releases. We already talked about Star Fox, which is out right now for $50. Yeah. Well, I'll be interested to see.
We can all talk about it together.
See how that looks. And yeah, we get to figure out however the fuck you do those game chat heads or whatever. So we'll try that out. I like this Star Fox poster. I wish you could get it from Nintendo, but you can't, right? I was hoping you could get it with your platinum points or something. Yeah, you can't get it, right? It's just an ad.
Yeah. They should make it a print though. That'd be cool, or like a steel, like they did the steel. I don't know the metal Metroid posters.
Well, they did like the reflective Metroid ones, which I got, the Metroid Prime 4 ones. But I was hoping I could just like order it, like because those ones I just got it for free. Well, for free-ish, you pay for shipping, but I got it with my extra platinum points that I don't really use for anything, so I put them on there. Kaio Bunny Tyranny is coming out this week. I don't know what that is. You put that on here.
Yeah, I mean, I just put whatever's on the website. This is a feline ex-predator. Kaio is trapped in a neon-lit dystopian city dominated by smartphone-addicted bunnies. Infiltrate the bunnies' facilities and free everyone from their tyrannical grip. It's a 2D side-scrolling adventure for $15.
$15. I'm sure it'll do great against Star Fox.
Yep.
We need other animal type characters in here. There it is. Wanderstop, however you pronounce that, is coming out this week for Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and this one is created by the Stanley Parable guys. Like it's made by people that we know, that you know. So I thought it might be interesting, and I had heard people talk about it before. So
I remember this now.
Yeah. It's made by well-known developers,
and I love Stanley Parable, so this is on my list.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's like you run a coffee shop, but you don't want to run a coffee shop or something like that is what I heard from it. But yeah, the creator of Stanley Parable and the Beginner's Guide.
Oh wow!
It's a Davey Reedon and Carla Zimonja, co-creator of Gone Home and Tacoma. And
a little bit of Gone Home.
Yeah, and Daniel Rosenfield, who did music for Minecraft, also did the music for it. So it's got all the names on there. It's releasing for $24.99. There's like a couple dollar off, new release sale on there. But I'm interested to see what people think about that one. I mean, I'm not really into like running tea shops or whatever, but I'm sure I don't know, it looks pretty from what I've seen of it. Destroy
Ion
All...
Life 2 is out for $60.
Not yet. It's out next week. It's out next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, yep.
It's for next episode. That's what I was skipping it. But yeah, if you want a gun that yells at you a lot, you can buy that, which I'm not gonna. Destroy All Humans got a Nintendo Switch 2 edition this week. I was saying it earlier off mic. I don't think I want to buy Destroy All Humans for the third time, because I did buy it once for PlayStation 2 and I bought it again for Nintendo Switch 1. But there's no free upgrade path from that version to the Switch 2, but you get a 75% discount. So if you already have it for Switch 1, you can buy it again for $10. No.
And start over again.
I'm not. I mean, there was another one. There was a Destroy All Humans 2 that didn't come out to Switch 1. Why don't we put that one on Switch 2 or something? I don't know. I thought these games were kind of fun, but I really didn't play them for that long. I bought them and played them for a weekend maybe, and then just got, distracted by other things. But speaking of incredibly awesome, excellent, amazing games that are coming out, Sonic Frontiers is finally getting a Switch 2 edition. It's out right now.
Okay.
For $50. Like I don't know if you saw like online, like there's like a whole bunch of leaks about like, oh, here's somebody had like an actual copy of it or whatever, and it's like, here's the rating, and it just kept getting shown everywhere. But I guess there was some sort of Sonic anniversary, and they announced that during that like a couple days ago. But yeah, now it's on Switch 2. I'm so like, Sega hates Nintendo, as I said many times, but I don't understand Sega. Why? You're killing me here. Like, why you got to buy it? Why is it a whole separate thing? Why can't throw a bone to people like me who bought Sonic Frontiers on Switch 1 originally? Like, I don't want to pay $50 for it again. I love that game. I would totally fuck around with it on Switch 2, but not for $50. Like, if they would have given me a free update, I would totally like go back in there and see like how much better it runs now and just, play around with it. But, and because there was some DLC that I didn't finish on there, but yeah, bummer. I don't like buying, give us upgrade pass for everything, please. And Namco Legendary Mountains, that's what I was talking about, which basically looks like Suika game, kind of, but from top down. It's really weird. Like, it's got like these balls that are like Namco characters, and when they get together, they like, it's kind of like, it looked to me like the Suika game, but with Namco characters. I'm like, okay, they're just robbing that shit there. Citizen Sleeper 1 and 2 have Switch 2 editions coming out this week also. You got one of those, right? But I think you got it for like, didn't you get it for PS5 or something? Jeremy did.
Yeah, I tried playing some Citizen Sleeper on PS5, and it just wasn't. I couldn't understand it.
It's a lot of dice rolls, right? From what I heard.
Yeah, it's a roguelike.
I'm curious about it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get it. But if you did happen to get it for Switch 1, you do actually get your Switch 2 edition for free if you got either of those. So that's good. I'm glad they're doing that. And it's $20 for Citizen Sleeper 1 and $24 or $25 for 2, or free if you already have them. And then Memento, I think that was in one of the directs. That's coming out this week too for $20. Cozy room decorator with a twist. The objects you choose will alter the course of the story. I don't know. Kind of looks like one of those cozy, move your shit around in your room type
Feng Shui
games.
Simulator.
What was that? You had a game like that, John. What was that other one called? That was
Unpacking.
Unpacking, yeah. Kind of looks like that type
I like
that type of game, like those sort of things. And Tekken 1 is coming out to Switch through Arcade Archives. Hot off the press. It just got announced earlier today. I might get that just because I'll support whatever Tekken comes to Switch, even though I don't think it's directly from the Tekken people. It's from the M2 and Arcade Archives. But that's cool. Like, put fucking Tekken 2 on there and 3, and, why not?
Let us fight at Waffle House.
Yeah. Well, and eventually Tekken 7 or 8, or which one is it? I keep putting it on my bingo card, but I think it's 8 now, right?
Recent,
yeah. Yeah. Because I think I have Tekken 6 for PS3, but I didn't play it that much. But Tekken 3 was great. I've actually bought that again a couple of years ago. It's an awesome game. Still excellent.
I would like to mention that there's a large pre-order for a Nintendo game that was announced.
So this doesn't make any. I mean, I don't know. There's no physical copy of it. There's no reason to pre-order it. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto.
You got to play it a week early.
If you pay the $100 edition.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they're doing the predatory thing that a lot of other games do.
And
Or
they
they-
also like there's stuff you just flat out will never be able to unlock if you don't get the deluxe edition.
I mean, but you have to pre-order it to get that stuff too. Like I'll
I doubt it. You
like
probably-
5
you could
months in
probably
advance. Like
I don't think so. I think you could probably still get the deluxe edition and get the benefits, but obviously it won't matter. Once the
it's not like
deluxe-
they're going to run out of
Play
digital
early.
copies. But yeah, no, I heard they're doing their own key code, or not even. They're shipping a box with a code in it if you buy it physical.
Yeah.
So they're not doing no discs, which why would you? But the price is $80, which is better than $100. I was afraid it was going to be $100, and everybody's going to be like, they could sell their games at $100, so let's sell ours at $100, and it'll just screw everybody over forever. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But yeah,
80's
Well,
fine
it is
for a game
100
like
for
this.
the deluxe version.
yeah, which gives you like I don't know an extra hat.
Extra missions,
Get 2 hats.
extra shops. You can get a tattoo shop, so you can get tattoos and yeah,
There's tattoos you can't get if
mostly
you-
cosmetic.
There's
Yeah,
tattoos you can't get if you don't get the deluxe edition.
correct.
That's funny. I guess I don't know. I think they don't want to do physical discs because they don't want to see the large amount of used editions of them there. I remember Conan and I would always make fun of how many used Grand Theft Autos were in every GameStop that we went to. There's normally like 30 of them.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
that's
It-
what happens when a game has such a high adoption rate.
Yeah, it gets sold back pretty quickly. I think the only one that I own is San Andreas, and Darren bought it for $10, like a couple weeks after it came out
Chinatown Wars.
from Target. Well, I mean, of the main, yeah. I have Chinatown Wars, and I have the Game Boy Advance one too. But yeah, that one's out on the same day as Star Fox. You got your PS5 pre-ordered, John, or do you got that? You got your plan?
No,
You got your plan in order there for that? You get your PS5 $900 PS5 Pro.
No, not yet. But I mean, it's not out of the range of possibilities that I would get one. Yeah,
I figured if you're going to get one, you're going to get whatever the highest one is, which is $900 now.
yeah, I would get that one if I was going to get one. I want
Yeah.
to make sure it's going to run the game well and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
It's just, I mean, you could wait for the PS6, but at this
It's not
rate, I really
happening.
don't think it's
not
going to be like 3
happening.
more years.
it's not happening anytime soon. Like with the Ramageddon and all that stuff going on. Like there's Xbox is going to try it with their new thing, but that's going to crash and burn, I'm sure,
Right.
with their next system. But PS6 is not a thing that's happening anytime soon. That's for fucking sure.
Nope.
PS5
Absolutely
barely even happened. I don't know. I don't know. Depending on who you're talking to, you could say that consoles might be dead, but I don't know. The PS6 is not something happening, but
I mean, games going all digital is definitely supports the theory that consoles are going bye bye.
yeah, I don't know. It's a rough world out there, but yeah. Aside from that, is there any good news on here? Oh yeah, Dispatch has an update. I think they fixed the censorship. That's what I heard. I don't know how much.
Not
but-
completely. It's still it's not up to par with the other versions. It's still some censorship. But
There's no full dicks yet.
Nope.
I don't know. I never saw like how much they actually showed in there, but
They showed, yeah. So I played the game, and yeah, right off the bat, there's a scene where you're fighting with a what's the character from Watchmen, the blue guy, Mr.
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan. Yeah, there's a character that's like that, and he's just flying around, and it's just swinging around as he's flying.
Hey, if you want to see swinging dicks, Baby Steps got him in there.
I was good. Is it Zack Snyder size or is it Alan Moore size? Because in the original comic, his dick was pretty small, and then they made it real big in the movie, which I thought was funny because he wasn't so like scary in that way in the comic. He just had a little tiny wiener, but Zack Snyder thought he had to have a giant dong, so that's what we got in the live action version.
It was big enough to swing.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? Get distracted by
Dicks.
Dr. Manhattan's wiener.
Yeah, so that's all on Dispatch. I'm not interested in the game. It was okay to watch my brother-in-law play it. And, I don't know. As far as the actual gameplay, it just didn't really look that appealing to me. We got some demos for upcoming games that are actually not on Switch. Real quick, Ree's Story. This is interesting because the game is about repairing old consoles. I hope this comes to Switch. This could be a good one. But you run a quaint electronics repair shop in the mid-2000s Tokyo, and you have to restore iconic video game consoles and cell phones and music players and other nostalgic devices. It struck me as something that Jeremy might be into.
Yeah.
Will it teach you to actually be able to restore stuff?
I wonder.
Like
I don't
like
I'm
our
gonna say probably not.
like our patron Nathaniel Lockhart, and teach you how to recap some Game Gears or whatnot.
Maybe.
That's what I mean. I just hope it's educational because it would help you. Teach me how to fix VCRs or something. I know it's
There's
not
a
game
demo out
machine.
now on Steam. The other one is the Transylvania Adventure of Simon Quest, which is, as it sounds, a Castlevania homage. It's from Retroware.
Yeah, that's coming to Switch though, isn't it? I thought I had seen it around, or I saw rumors of it.
I don't remember if it was confirmed or not.
Yeah.
Simon Quest, I like that.
It's a funny name though. Yeah, I like the name.
Yep, there's a demo out now.
There's only one of us who can play those demos, and that's Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
One other Nintendo thing that came out this week.
Steam don't work on Mac.
One other Nintendo thing that came out this week is the Steam Machine. It's here.
Is it really out?
Is.
Like
Yes.
People that pre-ordered it got it.
Yeah, but I don't think you can buy it, right? Like I don't think you can actually buy it anywhere.
Well,
but if you
can pre-order it
yeah.
today, and the shipments go out on the 29th.
Okay.
So it's a 4-day pre-order window.
But they're probably already sold out, is what I was thinking. Because those even when they changed the price on the Steam decks, they sold out like really quickly. Like even when they raised them like $300, they're unavailable again. So I don't imagine. I imagine that these weren't available. I mean, they're available if you paid for them already, but I don't think you can just go get one right now if you want to.
But you can pre-order it starting right now. An hour ago.
As of today.
25.
Okay, well then it's probably still available. Probably when you hear this edited, it won't be. So
right, correct.
I'm sure
prices are out. You can mention the prices real quick for the 512 gigabyte version. That's $1,049. For the 2 terabyte version, it's $1,349, and you can get it with the controller for an extra. What does that work out to?
$80.
Extra $80. Yep.
Yeah, my prediction was that it would be over 1,000 or like around 1,000 for the smallest. That's what I figured. Showing as the way things are going for console prices and all that.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, IGN gave it an 8 out of 10. I didn't read any other reviews on it, really. I saw some, you call them impressions, that folks seem to be like, oh, yeah, this is pretty neat and pretty, I think Polygon called it the most ambitious console ever released. I didn't read their article.
Huh.
But yeah, it's very
customizable
and all the stuff we'd expect from a PC by Valve. It has my interest, but I don't know, we'll see if I'm about to pay $900 for a PlayStation 5.
Well, I mean, will GTA 6 run on Steam? Like, isn't it going to come to PC? Like, I figured it would make more sense for you to buy the Steam box because you'd have more games on there already right off the bat.
Like GTA 5 and Red Dead, there was a long window before they came to PC. I think it was like about a year for each of them. Was that right, Jeremy? Do you remember?
At least, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like if you're in the market for a new PC and you're mostly going to use it for gaming, then I could see this making sense. And also, I guess if you already have a Steam Deck and that's your home base is Steam, that's how you game.
If you got a lot of Steam games,
I know,
it would work well for that, I'm sure.
All your like control profiles and stuff and settings can transfer straight over from the Steam Deck to this.
Right.
So, it's the ecosystem as well. Like not just the shop, but the actual it's like its own version of an Apple thing or whatever.
I think the main customers for people who are already PC gamers, like my brother-in-law is mainly PC, and he wants to get one of these. Because right now he streams to his TV in the living room, and it works fairly well, but there's lag and all that stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So he's looking forward to get one of these. So maybe you will, and I'll have an impression of it.
You could just try it out over there to see how well it works.
It's meant to be inconspicuous the way they designed it. So like the device itself it's just it looks like a GameCube.
Yeah, I've heard people compare it to a GameCube or
Steam
just
Cube.
in its boxiness.
I thought it was cool that what's that accessories brand? D brand.
Uh-huh.
They're putting out a portal case, so you make it look like a cube, companion
Yeah.
cube.
Oh,
Yeah.
so like from the wasn't that in Portal or
Portal,
what was it
yeah.
in?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Portal.
Correct. Yep. And if you watch
I recognize it
trailer,
from something.
if you watch their trailer, it ends with. It's unclear to me whether it's a just a joke or a legitimate tease. I don't know, but it ends with the guy who's there's a character in there who's playing the Steam machine, and he's got a mask on, like a Daft Punk mask or whatever. It's all futuristic, etc. And he's kind of kicking back, and he's on the menu with his Steam machine, and then he kind of like tilts his head, like, "Huh?" He notices something funny, and then it zooms in on the screen, and it's Half-Life 3.
Ah!
Oh, bringing that back.
Yeah,
Bringing
there's
it-
the logo for Half-Life 3 right there.
Yeah,
So
I'd say people
This
kept
is- I mean,
talking
this is
about
the
that
place
game.
to do it. If
Yep.
they're really trying to push it as a game console, then having an exclusive like that is pretty smart.
Yeah, they should. I mean, I know that. I remember when that was a big topic of conversation. Everybody was talking about Half-Life 3. Where it was.
and I know it's D brand, it's not Valve, but Valve most certainly watched and approved this commercial, and they gave them the license to do the companion cube and all that stuff. So I don't know if Valve is just having a goof on us, or if that's like a legitimate thing that when people get their Steam machines, in 4 days, that could be an option for them. I don't know. I can see it going either way.
Yeah, the internet's gonna blow up if we're gonna know about it.
Sure. Is there anything? Yeah, is there anything else on here? I might. I don't know.
I'd like to play Star Fox pretty soon.
Yeah, I would say I'm ready. I'm ready to
I'm sleepy boys.
get out of here.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance coming to Switch 2 in September.
Oh yeah, Switch 2 version of it. It came out like last year, right?
Yeah, what else? Apparently, we might get more info on Resident Evil Veronica.
Yeah, there's a Capcom Direct tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a Capcom showcase tomorrow, so I'm sure we'll get more info about Veronica on that.
Forward to that.
Maybe we get
Maybe some
Resident Evil remake on Resident Evil 4 remake on the Switch.
maybe some Monster Hunter stuff.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think that. I mean, I said it during whenever we talked about the Direct, I think, but I still think that we're going to get like something similar to what we got with Requiem, where there'll be like a $100 thing where you get like the remake of 2, 3, and 4 together, like with the release of Veronica.
Yeah.
That's what I think they're doing. And I saw somewhere that Capcom still has no interest in remaking Resident Evil 5. Speaking of Resident Evil 5, they don't want to. I saw they have no interest in doing a remake of 5 or 6 because they know they're both trash. So, also it's kind of a hard 5's kind of a hard one to do with all the,
Yeah.
You'd have to
all the racism in it.
Yeah. Change the
Yeah.
location.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that. So I'm playing the game right now. If you're going to do like a zombie virus outbreak, etc., in Africa, right? And remember the story is that they were doing testing on people in Africa.
Yeah.
Very problematic to just touch on that and not acknowledge that such things really actually happened. Like, I'm not saying you can't do that in a game, but if you do it, like, be very overt about your commentary, saying, "Hey, this really happened." Like, it could be an opportunity to shine a light on something things that actually happened in the real world, and provide some education, some history on it. But they just don't do that at all. That's a missed opportunity, and because they didn't do it, it's offensive, that they didn't do that.
They could have just done it in South Africa.
What's that?
In
Done it in South Africa.
Yeah.
You just kill like a bunch of apartheid people.
Yep. You want to mention quickly? I'm not going into a lot of detail, but this if you want another direct that I thought was worth watching, the Q-Bite direct of all things, actually pretty cool. Like
who are the Q-Bite? Where do they come from and what do they want?
So they have a bunch of games on the Switch. They're the one that the logo kind of looks like the GameCube logo, but it's orange.
Oh yeah. I thought I'd seen that.
Yeah, and so I guess their focus going forward is going to be like resurrecting obscure old games. And I thought this was actually pretty entertaining. I sort of watched it just kind of like, all right, another one of these things. Let me check it off the list. But I found myself actually pretty intrigued by a couple of them. One that I'll mention is Biomechanical. That's coming in a couple weeks on July 16th. It looks like this crazy kind of run and gun with like, it's kind of like anything goes. There's like a clown alien. There's
biomechanical toy.
So
is what
Biomechanical Toy is the name of the arcade game, and for some reason they're just calling it Biomechanical on this re-release.
I'm looking at it at the eShop right now. It says Biomechanical Toy Q-Bite Classics, July 16th, 2026.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to get it straight because in the direct they just called it Biomechanical. Anyway,
well, I'm just saying, if you want to find it on the eShop, it's called Biomechanical Toy.
There it is.
That's what it's
so
called.
The other
that's what it's releasing
thing is that the main character is clearly, in my mind, modeled on Steven Seagal. So if you want to be like a little Steven Seagal guy running around shooting at aliens and clowns, all kinds of the weird stuff,
breaking
seemed kind of interesting to me.
Hopefully yours, have it with his ridiculous political views too. He's a pretty crazy guy from what I've heard.
Oh yeah,
yep.
He's a fun guy.
There's Thunder Hoop Collection, which is another run and gun / shmup, but you are basically Goku. The main character is. Am I mixing up with that one? Maybe I am. I don't know. One of these games had a character that was actually just clearly Goku, just ripped off. So check out this Q-Bite Direct. I thought it was worth watching. You might find something interesting. A bunch of old obscure arcade games coming back. Yeah, I don't know if that's about it for me. I think I want to go play. I want to go play Star Fox.
Make sure you get their Soccer Kid collection also. Q-Bite. Did you see that? It's like a whole bunch of weird soccer games that only came out in other countries. It's real weird.
I think I played that at Galloping Ghost.
One of the Soccer Kid arcade games or something. Yeah. It's talk about a weirdly random one. I heard about it on a podcast or something, and I'm looking at it right now. It's got some weird art on it. But
Masters of the Universe is getting a sequel, despite the
because you loved it so much.
Yeah,
and this one
that's my fault.
And this one better have some Skeletor parts. So now that I'm such a fan of that the internet keeps telling me that's what I love. And I've never really watched any of those. I just know, I'm just aware of them. I worked with a crew member that would quote them all the time. Anyway, that's good for this episode for me, and for everyone else here. Go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast, and you can listen to our newest episode where we talked about our favorite E3 moments and some E3 memories also that John went into from the 2 times that you went there. You're the only one of us who went, so
yep.
We actually talk about somebody actually going there. It was just a dream, and now it's dead, so we can't go there now. But we can at least talk about when we were there, or when one of us was there, and how Nintendo's greatest moments and worst moments, and all other sorts of fun things on there. So you can check that out at the $5 level. So go there and do that. And you can also find us online. Go to Facebook. Go to the Facebook NintenDomain, and you can see many videos and reels, and you can comment about how you want me to cry offline about things. Go do that there. That's where you can do it. And you can find us online. Just look up NintenDomain podcast. We're all over the place. But that's been episode 526. Let's barrel roll out of here and get to shooting some monkey faces or whatever. I hope that brain with the eyeballs looks just as weird as it did in the N64 days. That's what I'm looking forward to. when you fight the giant brain that has the eyeballs that chase you at the end of the game. I really hope it's the same as it was, but super realistic now and scary. But yeah, we've been your host. I'm Trey Johnson.
Jerry McKeskey.
John Nitter.
And we'll see you next time.
Good luck.
Good luck. Are you there, John? Are you there, John? It's me, Trey.
Here's the other John.
Now there's John Nitter Part 2 has joined the chat.
Hello.
John Mitosis.
Oh, you were... Hello, Captain Reverb. What's up?
You're feeding back to yourself.
Yeah.
Hello.
What happened there? You froze. You froze, and then you showed up again, and you showed up as two of you, and now there's just one.
That was just one. Okay. Yeah, no, I went to turn up the volume, and that made my Zoom crash for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. All right, I'm back.
It's really good software.